Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder wave by Hasbro. More specifically, Thor in his Asgardian getup. So let's get him out of the box and have a look what we've got. Now this is the only figure in the wave that does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. He comes with an alternate hand instead, a closed fist hand and his trusty Stormbreaker. And that's it. That is all you get in the box, which is bizarre. There's not a huge amount of accessories for the figure that doesn't have the Build-A-Figure piece. He has got a really nice cape though. This is a new style of cape that we haven't seen on a Thor figure before, and it's nice and flexible, so you can kind of move him around in your display. He's got his big gold helmet. There's a bit of a blemish there on the front, which is a bit of a shame, but I can easily kind of pick that off. That's not a problem. Now, not a lot is known about this armour. What I can say for the figure is the bottom half, so the legs are new, but the arms look like the arms from previous Thor figures. And the dead giveaway is that it's not pinless, whereas the legs are. The feet are a little bit different to previous versions of the feet. He's got kind of new boots, so it's nice to see that Thor's got some new shoes. Let's just put Stormbreaker in his hand like that. So essentially you've got a hand that can hold Stormbreaker, and you can switch it out for a closed fist hand. So you'd have one open hand and one closed fist hand. Now I've just noticed I've got a bit of a blemish here on the cape, which is a real shame because this red is really vibrant and really stands out, and I don't think the video actually does it justice, but I'm sure I can get that off with maybe a bit of nail polish remover or something. And it doesn't affect the figure when I stand him up. So we've had loads of Thors in the past. Let's just get a few in to compare him to. This is the Infinity War Thor that people complained because the head sculpt isn't that great for Chris Hemsworth. This is, I think it was the Infinity Saga Thor that came with the Lady Sif figure. The reason I got this one and not the earlier release was because he's got the same arms as this new one. So there we go. And you can see they all stand about the same height. They've all got the same kind of build, if you like. Oh, let's bring in Endgame Thor as well, the warrior Thor from the end of Endgame. Now I'm bringing him in just because he's a really awesome figure, but the shame of it is he's that little bit shorter than the others, which I don't quite understand why that happened, how that kind of got through QC, why he isn't as tall as previous versions we've had. Now I've got quite a few of the MCU Thors in my collection. I just wanted to pull these three in for comparison, but let's get them out the way. I'm just going to leave this guy in for a second just because I think this is the one that he's most similar to. When you actually look at the design of the armour, they're very similar. Now not a huge amount is known about this new look for Thor. We've seen him in the trailer wearing this armour, and my assumption would be that this is the look he takes on sort of maybe in the third act of the film, where he's going to be fighting Gore after he's gone on his kind of mission with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and perhaps after Jane Foster's Thor's introduced. But it's definitely an armour, so it's definitely some kind of battle. He's definitely going to be doing something that requires him to wear armour. What is interesting is that it looks very gold and blue in the trailer, whereas when you compare him to some of the earlier releases, it doesn't look as gold as I thought it did originally. The most distinctive thing is definitely this great big headpiece. Now we haven't seen him wear a helmet since the very first Thor films, and this is definitely an interesting choice. Now we do have an unmasked head with the Ravager Thor, and does that fit on this body? Yes it does, and it scales pretty nicely as well. Just got to get the hair out from the cape there. It scales very nicely as well. Now I think this Ravager Thor head is gonna kind of breathe a lot of life into the older Thor figures because, as I said in previous video, it is the best head sculpt I've seen for Chris Hemsworth. This one I'm not too sure about. I mean, the helmet is really cool. I love the little kind of eagle detail at the front, the wings, the hair kind of blowing out the back, but his eyes don't look right to me. They look a little bit kind of too far sunken in, if that makes sense. But I'm going to hold judgment until I see the actual film. Now, leaving the unmasked head on this body and comparing him to that older version, you can see they are very similar indeed. And this unmasked head would probably go quite well on most of the Thor figures that you have. Let's just put him back how he's intended, because obviously this head sculpt doesn't come with this figure. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about the big helmet, but I'm sure it's going to play a part. So it is good to have a version of the character like this. hopefully this isn't just based on concept art and we are going to see him in this helmet. Otherwise this is a complete waste of a figure. But yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I like it, I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to see it on screen. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and do check out my channel for other 5-minute figure reviews, including all the other figures from this wave. I'll see you soon.